Hi everyone, welcome back to my Aussie story. My name is Janina Sherry, and for today, we'll be discussing the things that you can save money on as you start out here in Australia. How many of you can relate to those little moments of uncertainty from when you've just migrated here? I remember one of my main worries then was financial instability. This was especially because when we migrated here, we didn't have an employment or a reliable source of income waiting for us. But we did have some money saved up to get us through in the initial stages, which did help. As you probably know, the cost of living here is one of the highest around the world, so spending less wherever you can helps. About a year ago, I wrote some very useful tips on how to live cheaply in Australia. If you want to have a read of that, I will put the link in the description box as usual. But yeah, this one today is sort of like a part 2 of that because since then, I have learned some more money saving tips that would help lessen your daily living expenses. Alright, so number 1 is house essentials. When you first arrive here, one of the first things that you would need are your furniture, appliances, and kitchenware. If you're not too fussy and don't mind using secondhand stuff, you can buy all of these really cheaply at stores like Vinnie's and Salvation Army. There are also people giving away these things for free on Facebook groups or Facebook Marketplace, even if there's nothing wrong with the items. But if you want brand new ones, you can buy them cheap from Kmart or Big W. Number 2, buying a car. Even though you could always rely on public transport, having a car makes getting to places so much easier, especially if you don't live in the main cities where mass transit are ample. Cars can become quite a big expense, but there are always cheaper ones out in the market. So basically, if you want an affordable car, buy secondhand. Of course, the price is still dependent on the type and the condition of the car that you will buy, but based on experience, the inexpensive secondhand cars that we've bought before have been quite reliable. The only issue I would say is that they usually don't look very pretty if they're very cheap. But personally, I don't really care if the car looks like a golf ball like the one that I'm currently using, since it's just a mode of transport for me anyway. If you're looking for a car, you can try asking your friends. Maybe they're selling their old one or they know someone who is. There are also plenty being advertised on Facebook Marketplace. My husband once found a perfectly running sedan on there for only $500. Now that's the same car which I used to pass my driving test with. We had it for a while before selling it for more than twice the price we bought it for, but, well, after making a few minor improvements. Another option you can consider are online car auctions like Manheim and Pickles. And yes, the link for those sites will be in the description below. Number 3, mobile service provider. From what I've noticed, the 2 most popular mobile service providers in Australia are Telstra and Optus, but there are a lot more than just these 2 which you could choose from. There are other less prominent providers who offer basically the same stuff, but for cheaper. The first provider I was with here was Boost, but since their prices have increased, I've recently switched to Woolworths Mobile. And it gives me, I think, 10% discounts on my groceries as well. But you can try checking out the list of different providers that I have linked in the description below to help you pick the provider that would work best for you. Number 4, meals and coffee. Eating out every now and then may not seem like much, but it does add up. I guess my main advice would be to avoid eating out all the time, but of course, do not deprive yourself of enjoying it either. Aside from that, there are little things you could do to reduce your eating out expenses. For example, some shops in the food court are offering food on a bargain a couple of hours before they close. Also, maybe for your work lunches, it'd probably be best if you bring something from home like sandwiches or microwavable meals. And for those of you who are coffee lovers, try the dollar coffees at your local servo. They're actually quite good. I mean, they're not barista made good, but I feel it hits the spot. Number 5, cinema. I love going to the cinema, but at the moment, movie tickets cost around $20 each, and that doesn't even include your popcorn and drinks. But you'll find that if you go on certain weekdays, the ticket prices are cheaper. Where I live, these are usually on Tuesdays. Also, being a member of a cinema rewards club or some insurances, for example, RACQ, can give you access to discounts and vouchers. Some cinemas would also offer exclusive discounts for kids, students, or seniors. Number 6, wardrobe. There are a lot of places where you could buy inexpensive clothes from. These are places like Kmart, Big W, Best and Less, Vinnie's, and Salvation Army. But if you're after really good quality clothes from stores like Meijer, you can save the most when you shop out of season or during big sales like Black Fridays, which is usually on by late November, Boxing Day around Christmas time, and of course, the end of financial year sales that are on now. Funny story, when I first saw signs for the end of financial year sale, I used to think that it was some weird word that I didn't know about and is pronounced as Yofi, because that's what the signs say. Of course, I eventually figured out that it meant end of financial year when I Googled it. And that's it for today. Please like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, and visit myaussiestory.com if you'd like to see more of my journey and experiences as an immigrant here in Australia. Thanks for watching. See ya.